Welcome to week 4 of the 12-week Norwegian 4x4 challenge. This is Jax.
And I'm Elena.
We'll report every moment that matters
And explain the science behind what's happening in real time.
Okay. I'm going to try to run on 7.7 miles per hour this time. See if I can do that.
Hesam has just called his interval speed for today, 7.7 miles per hour. He is increasing his speed again. He just tried 7.6 last week.
He was at a sweet spot last week. Keep in mind, Norwegian 4x4 is not an all-out protocol.
Today I'm gonna set my speed to 6.5 for all my intervals.
Roza is increasing the speed as well.
I expected Roza to do so. She was too comfortable last week.
There is a clear gap in the speed here.
The gap in belt speed is not a performance gap. It is two separate biological systems solving the same equation. Hesam carries a significantly higher hemoglobin concentration than Roza. That means his blood is transporting more oxygen per heartbeat. What makes today particularly interesting is that we have two completely different biological systems lining up to run the same protocol side by side at the same moment. Hesam, 38 years old, male, baseline VO2MAX of 48.5. Roza, 35, female, baseline VO2MAX of 33.8. Same ambition, entirely different architecture. The effort will be equivalent. The physiology guarantees it.
"10 seconds to the first interval. Roza already has her eye on the console. And the belt accelerates! Hesam locks into his stride immediately. Chest up, arms driving, eyes straight ahead. The shift in his face is instant. The calculation has begun.
Jax, this is the moment the sympathetic nervous system fires the opening signal. Heart rate recruitment accelerates, the vascular highway opens fully, and the body finds out how well the pre-interval vasodilation actually prepared the system for what is coming.
Roza is checking in early.
My heart rate is 158. I'm feeling strong and fresh. Level of effort is 6 out of 10.
I'm curious, Elena, why run for 4 minutes and not 3 or 5 minutes?
Researchers who developed this protocol found that it takes 1 to 2 minutes for the body to circulate blood and reach the target intensity, making 4 minutes an ideal duration for sustained cardiovascular stress. You can always play with those numbers and see how it works for you, but 4 minutes duration showed to be a sweet spot for an interval of this intensity for many athletes they tested it with.
Is this Norwegian 4x4 protocol actually a safe or effective starting point for a complete beginner?
While the original research was validated on conditioned athletes, the principles work for beginners if, and only if, the intensity is scaled correctly. A true beginner shouldn't aim for the speeds Hesam and Roza are hitting. They should aim for a hard, but controlled effort that gets them to that 90% heart rate zone, even if their speed is a walking pace.
Hesam is checking in.
I'm working to that 165. Level of effort, 7 out of 10. I feel the pressure.
He has front-loaded the effort. The question is whether that costs him anything in blocks 3 and 4.
Roza is checking in.
My heart rate jumps to 178. It's getting hard, but it's still in control. Level of effort, 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10 effort, and she describes it as not so bad. She has found her rhythm quickly. She is completely in control. So you said this is not an all-out protocol?
Exactly! Many people think they should empty the tank in each interval, but this is not what the original Norwegian 4x4 suggests. You should keep the heart rate between 85 to 95% of the maximum heart rate, and no more than that.
Hesam is checking in.
Heart rate is at 174. Level of effort is 9 out of 10. Self.
See? That's not the right intensity that Hesam is running now. He is pushing hard, and that's not what we want to see on the first interval.
He is overreaching and ignoring the protocol. Active recovery time. Bring that speed down, stand up tall, and open up those lungs. They survived the first round, but the clock does not stop.
This 3-minute window is absolutely critical. They must keep walking. Do not stand still. Walking keeps the skeletal muscle pump active in their calves and thighs, pushing blood back up against gravity to keep the heart full, even as the heart rate dials down.
Hesam checks in during the recovery.
Almost 1 minute to the rest. My heart rate is at 152. It was really tough.
His heart rate had dropped to 152.
Pay attention to those recovery heart rate numbers. That says a lot about cardiorespiratory fitness.
Roza is checking in a minute into the rest.
My heart rate is down to 151. I still need time to catch my breath. But I think I'm okay for the next interval. Let's see.
Elena, what is a good heart rate during recovery?
Well, the goal is to let heart rate stables around 65 to 75% of the maximum heart rate. Going slower can delay getting the target zone in the next interval, and going faster can cause premature fatigue. Notice how quickly they descend from peak interval values back toward baseline is one of the cleanest real-time windows into cardiovascular fitness that we have access to. The faster the drop, the stronger the vagal tone. I mean, the parasympathetic nervous system reasserting control over the heart rate. We will come back to this later in the session when the numbers mean more.
Interval 2. The treadmills spin back up and they are immediately back to work. Look at the synchronization here. Flawless focus from both athletes.
Now that their system is primed, their heart rates will actually climb much faster into the target zone during this second interval. The cardiovascular system remembers the stress from just a few minutes ago and skips the gradual ramp up.
Roza is checking in.
My heart rate is at 163. Started getting hard, but it's doable. Level of effort, 6 out of 10.
The fact that she is reporting 6 out of 10 tells you something specific about her psychological tolerance for sustained cardiovascular discomfort.
Elena, I've got some viewers asking if they only can use this protocol on treadmill.
I'm glad you asked, Jax. While the original research was conducted on treadmill, the physiological principles are completely the same on any other cardio modality, as long as you hit the 90 to 95% of the maximal heart rate. Cycling, rowing, or any other activity can be as good as a treadmill, and that's the beauty of this protocol.
Let's see how the man is doing.
My heart rate is at 172. Level of effort is 8 out of 10. I don't know. The second interval feels easier than the first one, but it's still tough.
He is right. The first interval is like a shock to the body, but the second one is expected and the body is primed for it.
Roza is checking in.
My heart rate is at 176. Feeling challenged. Level of effort, 8 out of 10. Out of 10.
She is working hard. We are approaching the upper boundary of her physiological heart rate ceiling for her age. At that load, her ventilatory system is under maximum stress, producing more carbon dioxide than her lungs can comfortably clear. The lactate is accumulating. The brain is beginning to negotiate for survival. She is ignoring both of them.
What's up, Hesam?
Heart rate is at 175. It's tough. Level of effort 9 out of 10.
He is feeling it.
The fatigue is crippling into his legs, and lactate is accumulating faster than his body can clean up.
Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. Active recovery time. Bring that speed down, stand up tall, and open up those lungs. Take a bow, you two. That was a masterclass in execution. Breathe it out, wipe down the sweat, and reset the clock.
They are halfway through, which means cumulative systemic fatigue is peaking. Their blood vessels are completely dilated, and the body is working furiously to shuttle accumulated lactate out of the legs and into the liver and heart to be recycled back into usable energy.
Hesam is checking in during the rest.
My heart rate is at 152. It was really hard, but I think I can handle it with the same speed all across the
He
stage.
is confident that he can maintain this speed for the remaining intervals.
Jax, he's drifting into all-out territory, which is counterproductive. Pushing to failure might train his anaerobic capacity, but that's not what we're chasing today. We're targeting stroke volume expansion, and that requires a very specific, sustained intensity. Hard, yes, but controlled enough to survive all 4 intervals.
My is down to 159. Definitely getting the pressure of my speed up, but I think I can continue the next half.
Still working to catch her breath, but she says she feels steady and strong for the next 2 intervals.
Elena, after watching them both redline like this, is this amount of suffering actually worth the outcome?
It is not just worth it, Jax. It is biologically needed for this level of adaptation. This specific high-intensity interval format is vastly superior to steady-state work for increasing VO2MAX because it forces the heart's left ventricle to physically stretch. By peaking at that 90 to 95% intensity, they are triggering maximal stroke volume expansion, which is the only reliable way to fundamentally scale up the body's aerobic ceiling.
Welcome to the championship rounds, folks. Interval number 3 is live. This is purely a mental game now. Roza is gritting her teeth, fighting the immediate resistance of the belt speed.
This third block is traditionally the absolute hardest phase of a 4x4. The initial psychological adrenaline has completely evaporated, and the finish line is still miles away. Biomechanically, they must fight the urge to slouch. Keeping an upright thoracic posture is vital to keep their lung volume entirely uncompromised.
Roza talking to us from the absolute depths of Block 3.
164. I started getting pressured, but it's doable. Level of a 47 out of 10.
Roza is 1 minute into interval 3. Heart rate 164. Effort 7 out of 10. She says she is getting pressured, but still good.
Her body is utilizing specialized proteins called monocarboxylate transporters, or MCTs, to shuttle lactate away from her burning legs so she can maintain this blistering pace without her muscles seizing up.
And Hesam.
My heart rate is at 174. Level of 40s, 9 out of 10. I'm struggling. Also feel a little pain on the right side of the chest, but that's tolerable.
He is feeling pain under the rib cage. That's a classic sign he might be fighting a side stitch.
Exactly, Jax. It's that sharp stabbing pain under the rib cage. It's usually just mechanical. The repetitive jarring motion of running irritates the thin membrane lining the abdominal wall. The quickest relief is usually slowing the pace for a few seconds to let that membrane calm down, combined with deep, rhythmic exhaling to take the tension off the diaphragm.
My heart rate jumped to 177. I started getting tired. So much pressure. Level up for 9 out of 10.
She says there is so much pressure. Effort, 9 out of 10. It is hard for her to talk. I am holding my breath for her.
The burn is structural, not psychological. And at this exact threshold of suffering, this moment, this specific moment of being cooked and struggling to speak, is sending the molecular order to build new mitochondria. She is constructing a better engine while the current one is running at its absolute limit.
Hesam, say it.
My heart rate is at 175. Doesn't go any higher. Level of effort is 9 out of 10. Maybe 10 out of 10. I don't know if I can push further.
Both of them at 9 out of 10 at the same moment in the same block. Hesam is a clear example of how not to do a Norwegian 4x4. The rule of thumb for intensity is to be able to do for another extra minute at the end. And it's not what Hesam is feeling now.
3 down, 1 to go. They have broken the back of this workout. Walk it out. Breathe deep. You have earned this rest, but do not lose that focus. There is one more peak left to climb.
The psychology shifts completely here, Jax. The brain realizes the end is near, which actually triggers a minor neurochemical release of dopamine, helping to mask the lingering muscular pain.
Hesam checks in as we prepare for the final battle.
My heart rate is at 164 now. I don't think I can go above 175. I don't think I can increase the speed more than 7.7 for a while. That's already a lot.
Roza checks in for the final recovery chat.
Heart rate is down to 152. But I feel so tired. Not sure if I can finish the last interval with this speed, but I will try.
The parasympathetic nervous system is working hard to reclaim the heart rate in 3 minutes.
Time for us to take a breath too before kicking into the next interval.
It's time for the DJ to fill in.
We're getting into the final interval, folks. Let's see if they can both cross the finish line. This is it! The final 4 minutes! No holding back, no saving energy for later. Empty the tank right here, right now.
This is where the magic happens. The cumulative fatigue from the first 3 intervals means that every single second spent in this final block is pushing their VO2MAX limits to the absolute maximum threshold.
Roza checking in.
My heart rate quickly jumped to 172. It's so challenging. Level of effort, almost 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 just a minute into the interval? Dial it down, Roza. You're pushing too hard, girl. Jax, the body does not want to stop when the finish line is visible. When the brain knows the endpoint is defined and fixed, it adjusts its protective signaling.
Hesam checks in from the absolute peak of the mountain.
My heart rate is at 172. Level of effort is 8 out of 10. I'm happy that it is the last interval.
8 out of 10 is good. I guess his body quickly adapted to this new speed.
This is the home stretch. They are emptying the reservoir. Drive the arms. Hold the pace. And now Roza checks in.
My heart rate is at 189. So hard to touch. I'm pushed. Level of effort, 10 out of 10.
Whoa! Roza's heart rate seems completely off the chart for her age.
Honestly, Jax, watching Roza hit those numbers is the perfect rebuttal to the 220 minus age formula. That's an outdated relic, not a biological mandate. Every body is a unique biological experiment. When it comes to the human engine, there is no one-size-fits-all rule. That is the highest number we have seen from Roza today.
Hesam, 1 minute to the finish
Heart
line.
rate is at 177. And cannot talk. 10 out of 10.
All right, Hesam, you did a 4x4 today, but I'm not sure if that was a Norwegian one.
He did everything he could to empty the tank for this workout, although he wasn't supposed to do so. The sweat is pouring, the muscles are screaming. 3, 2, 1, and done.
Turn the speed down, grab the towels, and catch your breath, because you just completed a masterclass in high-intensity training.
Let's look at these final numbers on the dashboard. Roza clocks in at 2.79 total miles with an astonishing average heart rate of 164 beats per minute, peaking out at a massive 189 max.
And look at Hesam's numbers, covering 3.25 total miles of distance, maintaining a rock-solid average heart rate of 157 beats per minute, and ticking up to a max of 178.
Congratulations to Roza and Hesam for completing another Norwegian 4x4 interval training. And to all of you watching and training, keep hunting those adaptations. We will see you on the next one. Stay tuned.